Building an agency is so hard. Get clients, work really hard to deliver and keep them, just to do it all again and lose them again and again. You seem to be on this endless cycle of earning, losing, gaining, and churning clients, and you're not sure the best way to actually keep your clients for the long term, to increase the lifetime value of each one to over 10, 20, or 30,000 so you could actually build the business of your dreams. That's why in this video, I'm going to tell you the exact roadmap you need to follow to reduce your churn to less than 5% per month so you can build a 7 and 8 figure agency and really build the business of your dreams. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jordan Ross. I run an 8-figure agency. We're a consultancy that helps digital marketing agencies scale by building the right systems and processes. And operations and customer success are two of the most important processes in the game. When it comes to customer success, this is the process and the department of retaining your clients for the long term. There are two forms of value that you can give to your clients that will retain them. There is true value, which is giving them ROI on their investment and their time so their business grows. And then there's perceived value. This is the type of experience that makes them feel like you're the right service provider and their business is growing because of you. This is inherently different than actual value because this doesn't always equate to actual ROI. This equates to them feeling like you are awesome, feeling like they can trust you, and feeling like you have their back, you're the right service provider. And most businesses have no clue how to do number two. Most businesses only focus on retaining clients by getting ROI. In this video, we're going to be teaching you the psychology of retaining your clients for the long term, which in my opinion is the most important thing once you know how to deliver a good experience. We're going to be diving into two processes. The onboarding process, which is the process of bringing your new clients into your business and then showing them a great first 90 days. And then what I like to call the loop process. The loop process is the process you do every month, every quarter, every year with your clients, cyclically doing the same thing for them, but ultimately making them feel valued and excited and like they're in the right place every single quarter. Let's dive in. First and foremost is the onboarding process. There are 3 specific things you must be able to crush and execute on that will increase the lifetime value of your clients so they stay with you for the long term. These 3 things are technical onboarding, priming your clients psychologically, and then getting their buy-in. When it comes to technical onboarding, there's a series of a few steps that you need to follow that will make it so easy for your clients to feel like this is a good, smooth process. Once a deal is closed, whether this is by the sales team and you close the deal by getting the credit card on file then and there, or by invoice, you must first, congratulate the client for making an investment. This is part of the psychology. But when you congratulate them, you make them feel like they made the right decision because buyer's remorse is real. Then you need to send them an onboarding form immediately. We ask our clients to fill out the onboarding form to ensure that when we have the debrief and onboarding call, we come prepared. And then the third thing, which I already said, is sending them the calendar link or booking the onboarding call when you close them. You want to do this, and I like to tell my clients that sign up with 8-figure agency, book the call for 48 hours or 2 business days out and immediately complete the onboarding form. What we will do is we as a sales team or we as a partnership team will debrief with your consultant, or for you guys, you might be saying with your account manager or your team to ensure there's a smooth handoff. That's number 1, onboarding form, handoff call. The second thing is once that deal is closed, within 1, 2, or 3 hours, you want your internal communication channels up. What we do in our CRM, we have a specific button that lets us know if the client is going to be signing up for free Slack or paid Slack. That way, once a payment is made, we can immediately start making the Slack channel and showing them more value. Once you actually create, whether it's Slack channel, it's Microsoft Teams, or it's another method of communicating, you want to easily be able to start the the onboarding process in there and showing them extra value. For my business, we have an onboarding specialist that will make this Slack channel and send an introductory message to welcome the client and make them feel like they're in the right place. Once this initial message is sent, you will show them they've made the right decision because this was smooth. Here are a few things you want to include in your initial message. First, even though you may have sent it over to them already via email, you want to reiterate and resend the onboarding form. Second, if you are aggregating client notes in a specific place, you want to send them that or a client dashboard where they can review the results. Third, if you have any form of internal content that you just want to give them access to, send it here. It shows the client that you have an organized process. Within the next day, the next message you want to send is a reminder of the timeline. One of my favorite lines is, "The mind is sick." We will forget the timeline. We will forget all expectations. It will all go out the door. You need to remind your clients what timeline they signed up for. The timeline is going to be an easy way to show them how long their onboarding will take, how long their setup will take, and when they should expect to get results in the first 1, 2, and 3 months. My recommendation is that you continually show them this process and you show them a specific onboarding timeline that lets them know where they're at in the journey to remind them we are on track. Because like I said, the mind is sick, they will forget that they're on track. This is part one, technical onboarding. The second most important thing is psychological onboarding. This is the process of showing your clients that they made the right decision by reducing and mitigating buyer's remorse. Now, there's a few ways that we can do this. The first way, which I already said, is to congratulate your clients. One of the things that we try to do at scale is send a custom voice memo, Slack message, or video congratulating our client. They're making an investment in your business. And when was the last time you congratulate someone for paying you money? Now, what happens unconsciously when you congratulate someone, it triggers a correlation that congratulations is essentially them making a great decision. That's called priming. We want to stack the cards in our favor to prime the clients to believe they made the right decision. Now, there's a few other ways to prime clients, but I want to quickly inform you what priming is. Priming is a psychological principle that states we are easily influenced by our environment, and our perception can easily be manipulated by our environment. There was a study of a group of 200 people. 100 of these people were holding hot coffee and then asked a question about a short story that they read. Another group of 100 people were holding cold coffee. Over 80% of them said that the protagonist in the story was warm, loving, and accepting. Over 80% of the people that held the cold coffee said the protagonist was cold and disheartening. What does this show us? We are so easily manipulated. Our perception could so easily be changed. So we as service providers want to use this information to influence our clients to give us the benefit of the doubt and believe that we are warm, loving, and accepting. We want them to trust us. Here's a few ways to do that. I've already said one way, which is congratulating the client. The second way that you could do that is planting the seed. Planting the seed is a simple psychological principle that allows you to unconsciously give them a bias towards working with you in the long term. Here's how you can do that. In your first meeting, you want your account managers and strategists to say, "Mr. or Mrs. Client, I am so excited in a year from now to see how successful you are and how much money you've been able to make with our service." Unconsciously, the person has heard, "In a year from now, I'm so excited to see this." They will start to unconsciously wire themselves to make that a reality. If a client tells you that their goal is to get 5x ROAS, but they'd be happy with 3x ROAS in the next 6 months, you can say, "I'm so excited in 6 months from today to see the joy on your face by us hitting your ROAS target. I know you're going to be thrilled, grateful, and happy, and we're so excited that we get the opportunity to bring that for you." That's called planting the seed. The unconscious mind will find a way to make that happen. Another way that you can prime your clients is sharing success stories. On an unconscious level, we as humans automatically associate ourselves with the protagonist in a story in some way. If you say, "Hey, Mr. or Mrs. Client, I'm so excited to work with you, and here's another reason why," we worked with a client that was really similar to you in scope, size, and whatever you want to say. We were able to grow their business by $100,000 a month in 4 months through our campaign. I strongly believe we're going to be able to have the same level of success with you. I'm excited to see your reaction when we do that. You can share your mission. My mission at 8F is to make the workplace a fun and enjoyable place with no stress by making operations easy, to enable good people management, to enable amazing culture, to allow people and businesses at the end of the day to go home and not worry about the stress of work. If you share your mission with clients, they can adopt a friendly attitude towards you or a more forgiving attitude because they believe in you. And there are several other creative ways that you could prime them. So you want to make sure you have intentional touch points in your meetings with your clients to prime. The final thing that you want to do to prime and set up your client for success is buy-in. All you have to do to get buy-in from your clients is first, present a roadmap, a clear path of your plan over the next 12 weeks. The roadmap should partially be presented in your timeline that you show to them. Second is to show your specific insights as to why you believe this will be successful and proofs of concept. If you show them these things and you ask, are you in line with our plan? And are you looking forward to working with us over the next 90 days to 6 months? And they say yes, they verbally acknowledge they are ready to work with you for 3 to 6 months, which is what you want them to say. The final point for priming a client is by getting easy wins with them. If you could make referrals to get them clients, and that's not the thing that they hired you for, that's amazing. If you can make introductions to vendors and give them service providers that solve other problems, you will prime them to give an additional perceived value to you and your business. If you could introduce them to other clients, create community around your experience, these are all ways to prime your client that will increase the perceived value of you and your business. Once you have finished the onboarding process, you go to what I call the loop process. Now, there's several different ways in which you could effectively execute the loop process, but to recap, the loop process is the process in which you do the same thing every quarter. Now, there's one majorly important process that you must execute on, and that's the quarterly business review, aka the QBR. The QBR is a meeting that is conducted with clients on a quarterly basis to review the results and to review the plan moving forward. I like to say the QBR should be a sales call every single time. Your account managers must go into that call with the mindset, this is my time to re-sign my client and show them we are on board until that client stays forever. Here are the things you need to review with your client in the QBR. What were their results before you? What was their income and revenue and profit? What were their pain points and frustrations before they started working with you? Where are we now? Show them how you took them from where they were to where they are now, because they will forget. You need to paint the picture that they're in a better place now because of your service. You need to clearly correlate. You were feeling these pains and we removed these pains and we helped you accomplish these pleasures for losing this much money, and now you're making this much money. You've received a ROAS of this. You've received a return on your investment of this. You need to highlight all these wins, and if you could throw graphs in there, you really want to emphasize that. And then finally, where are we going? Once you show them where we were, where we are, and where we're going, you'll have a total picture. You need to sell, sell, and sell. You need to train your account managers to paint a clear picture, a bright and beautiful future. If you have a roadmap and a graph that shows where we were, where we are, you want to have a really nice upward trend of where we're going. You want them to see the return on investment that they'll get, the positive upside of continuing working with you. Because with every agency, there's real value and perceived value. There's an opportunity cost of working with you compared to going with someone else. You need to remind them that it is more valuable, it's easier to work with you, and it's better to work with you than someone else. You need to show that in your graphs, and you need to show that in your presentation. The final thing that I love and want to review in our QBRs, what you learned about the macro economy as it relates to their business, what you've learned about their product or their service, what you've learned about their niche and ICP. The more you could start to educate your clients and the more that you could be a conduit for knowledge for your clients, the higher of a likelihood that they're going to stay working with you because they trust your knowledge. There's 14 reasons why clients come to us as vendors and as agency owners. One of them is to be educated. If you become a strong source of education and you can make your clients excited to talk to you every month and every week and every quarter, they're going to continue to come back. Outside of the QBR process, there's two more things that you want to be ensuring you're getting done effectively. And the first is project management. You want to be able to retain your clients by having effective perceived value that when you say you do something, you get it done. Especially if something breaks, you want to present a plan on how you're going to fix it. When you present that plan, you want to say that you're going to do your steps, A, B, and C, and then present those steps when you execute them, right? The better you can show that you have effective project management, the more likely that they're going to stay because they believe you're trustworthy. And the final one, just like we did in onboarding, we need to add additional value. Continue to make introductions to clients. Continue to gift clients with random things that are hyper-specific to their needs. Continue to introduce your clients to vendors. Continue to solve additional problems. Continue to help them build community and introduce them to fellow clients so they can collaborate. Continue to make posts on social to drive random business to your client through your network. All of these things increase the perceived value of your relationship. Now, to recap, there is real value in our engagements and then there's perceived value. efficiency. We need to crush our perceived value. I once worked with a 9-figure agency that told me they put 80% of their resources into the perceived value process, the onboarding process, to make their clients feel like they are an invaluable resource to them. If you can position yourself as an invaluable resource to them that makes introductions, that solves additional problems, that is priming them and leveraging psychology, that is solving other problems and introducing them to vendors, you will succeed in keeping your clients for the long term. If this is something that you want help implementing, go to the link below in the comments where we can help you implement this. At 8-Figure Agency, we've worked with over 600 clients, and our LTV of our clients increases with every single business that we touch. They make more money now than they ever have. And think about this. If you double your lifetime value of your clients, your business will literally double. If you go from 8,000 to 16,000 in value, if you go from 10 to 20, 20 to 40, 15 to 30, if you double the LTV of your clients, you will literally double your business. So instead of focusing so much on getting more appointments and getting more sales, wouldn't it be the most fruitful for you to start focusing on doubling your LTV this year? Come to us. We will help you do that, and we will help make this easy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.